How's it going, y'all? Rowdy Rows back with another video. Target has really been hitting those clearance prices lately because I got this bad boy, this DC Multiverse 2-pack of Batman and Hush for 20 bones. It's originally like 40, but they cut that price in half at Target because apparently they're just clearing everything out. But I'm not going to complain because that means I get to fill in gaps. I really like this Batman design. I like Hush. So yeah, with all that being said, we'll take a close look at the box and we'll get these bad boys open. As you can see, here is the box. Batman versus Hush down there. Some cool shots of the figures on the back. Batman versus Hush in the open window on the side. DC Multiverse. There are the figures. No blurb on the back here, but it's a nice little presentation. I don't normally like the boxes, but this one looks okay with this awesome figure art on the back. So yeah, with all of that being said, let's get these bad boys open. Holy cow, I'm a big fan of this Batman. I love it. It's like classic. It looks kind of like Jim Lee, Hush Batman. We've got Thomas Elliott Hush right there in his trench coat with his wrapped up face. They come with a couple accessories and a cool stand, so that's always great. Batman's holding his batarangs. Hush has a shovel because it comes with a little grave diorama. It's pretty cool. For 20 bucks especially, you cannot complain. When Mcfarlane does Batman right, they do him right. I mean, they've done it like 50,000 times, so should have perfected him by now. And this one is basically perfect Batman in my opinion. He's broad, he's got gray and black and yellow. He's got a square chin, short ears, it's perfect. Yellow utility belt with pouches. Superb. Taking a look at the height on our new 2-pack figures, Batman stands at about 7.5 inches and Hush stands at just a little bit over 7 inches. So Batman's taller, stronger, bigger, badder. We all know that. Batman's a big bad boy. He's like the peak physical human. So of course I'm gonna love this Batman. In fact, it's probably gonna be the main Batman on my shelf now in the Justice League with Martian Manhunter, Superman, Flash, because that's all I have right now. But yeah, that's beside the point. They look good together. It looks like Jim Lee's Batman. He's big, brawny. He's with Hush. I dig it. I super dig it. They're right size for each other. Going over accessories, we do of course get a card for each figure because this is Mcfarlane Multiverse, so it is Hush and Batman, and we will take a look at the Hush card for it. Well, it's a lot to read. Maybe you want to pause it there. Real name, Dr. Thomas Elliott. Young Tommy Elliott was a childhood friend of Wayne who also grew up in wealth and privilege. However, Tommy soon became deeply jealous and resented Bruce. Once his parents were tragically killed, seeing Bruce as getting the independence and wealth Tommy so desperately desired. Eventually becoming a surgeon, Tommy's resentment for Bruce continued to fester and grow over the years. When the Riddler discovered that Bruce is really Batman, he approached Dr. Elliott with the secret. But when the two realized they shared a hatred for Wayne, they joined forces. Wrapping his face in bandages to hide his identity, Elliott manipulated many of Batman's greatest supervillains in a grand conspiracy to defeat him, hence his chosen identity of Hush. So yeah, there's a little bit about Hush if you didn't know. I did know that stuff, so maybe not the Riddler part, but everything else I knew. Going over articulation, I guess we'll go for Hush first. We've got a head on a ball joint, so there is some good movement there. We've got shoulders coming up 90 degrees, a bicep cut, double elbows, so lots of motion there. Nothing gets in the way. This trench coat, however, does get in the way of an ab crunch, so really no torso articulation whatsoever. Legs come up that far, so not hindered by the coat. Double knees, can he kick his own butt with ease, so that's good. Coming down, there's no boot cut except for at the ankle. Then we've got rockers side to side, toe articulation, all that good stuff from Mcfarlane, and of course the floating wrist joints, so you can go whatever direction you want with those. So there's Hush's articulation. Moving over to Batman, the only difference is we get a butterfly joint and waist articulation because there's no big raincoat, so don't really need to break it down. But good articulation from Mcfarlane on the DC figures for the most part. First up for scale and comparison, we have the two of them with Jason Todd, the Red Hood, because he was on that gravestone. As seen here, because if you all know your history, the Joker killed him at one point and he was dead in the comic books. I believe he'd already come back at this point, but that's beside the point because here he is with Batman and Hush, and it is Kit Bash. She has holsters and guns, and I got them from someone else, and I also got another piece of him from someone else. I swapped it out. So if you guys know down below. Let me know. Here they are with Batman's son, Robin, Damian Wayne. So you can see a smaller DC Multiverse character. He was not in the story because I do not believe the character existed at this point. But he's here now, so here he is on display with the two of them. Here they are with Mcfarlane Page Puncher's John Constantine. Just because he's so cool and I can't get over how cool he is, and I want to show him off. Because I kept looking in Target and I finally found him. His cool magic hands with a pentagram and his cool book. Here they are with another Jim Lee Batman, the number 1000 Batman, who is substantially shorter and scrawnier than this Batman, but he's going to be the main Batman on my Bat family display because he looks a lot nicer and a lot more family friendly than that big hulking Batman up front. Because he's slim and slender and he's big, mean, and brooding. Just look at the expression on his face. He's not messing around. Here's another Batman in one of my favorite looks from Greg Capullo and Scott Snyder. No relation to Zack Snyder. Their run of Batman and Batman Dark Knights and Dark Knight Metal and all that stuff. But very iconic look now, in my opinion. It's from that New 52 relaunch upwards until 2 or 3 years after that. Maybe longer. They were doing art in a Batman arc that included the Court of Owls and a bunch of other stuff. So really cool look for Batman. But like I said, this is Batman right here for me. And with all of that being said, y'all, I will say that this 2-pack was totally worth it because it was totally worth it to me, especially for the price of $19.99 on clearance. Can you believe it? You just wait a little bit and some of the things you want go on clearance. 2 iconic looks for 2 iconic characters. We've got a cool little diorama that says "Here lies Jason Todd." You can always flip it around and use a blank side if you wanted it for something else, so that's cool. So yeah, totally worth it to me. If you guys like this video, go ahead and smash the like button, hit subscribe if you're not subscribed so you can come back and see new videos like this every week because I'm always opening new figures for you guys to watch and decide if you want them or like them or whatever, or just to see someone else getting some joy out of something, like collecting figures that give them nostalgia because they're getting old. Of course, comment down below if you like this 2-pack, if you like this version of Batman, what your favorite Mcfarlane Batman is, because there's a million of them. You gotta have at least one favorite out of them by now. So yeah, let me know how your day is going, all that good stuff. Of course, I love you. I will see you next time, and bye-bye.